Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, from everyone here at 2K Sports. Nothing like the NBA for Turkey Day. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Dallas Mavericks can please their home crowd. And, of course, LaMarcus Aldridge. We'll see how they continue to fare without him.
Well, as fans, as teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all he brings to the table. But I like what the trade does for him, and I bet it helps them right off the bat. I mean, it also is going to help him long term.
Well, we'll see, because you don't make a change this drastic without having a period of adjustment. So you may be right. We'll see how long it takes and whether this new look roster can gel.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Carter Williams is out there with Tony Allen. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Noah in at the 5 spot. Now here's Carter Williams. Allen kicks to Drummond. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
On the wing of Flalo, it's tipped. Paul George with the steal. Here's Allen, and the layup's good off the glass.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Well, Portland had another strong season against the rest of the West. Ended up with a record of 31-21 in the conference, and that was good enough to earn them the 4th spot in the West.
So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to the Magic. Carter Williams kicks to George. Noah in the post. Pachulia covering. And that one's good by Noah.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And so it's Dallas with it. Trailing by 2. Gallinari screen on Carter Williams. There's the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. George with no one around. A rebound by Gasol.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Carter Williams against Lowry. In the corner of Flalo with it. Another shot. Pachulia, good.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
That just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Allen dishes to Noah. Outside, George. The feed now to Drummond. 6 to shoot. Can't get it to go. And it's Dallas the other way. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Flalo. Stolen by Noah. Moving it up. And it's George finishing it off.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Here's Gasol. Pachulia kicks to Gasol. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. 6 points for Pau Gasol. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Magic in Orlando. Drummond a screen. Allen kicks to Carter Williams. Noah the screen. Shot clock at 5. George, no good. The Mavericks have gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Left side Lowry. Now the pass to Gasol. Stolen by Noah. With the teardrop. Good. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Here's Gasol. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And at 4 or 5 now, a nice start. I mean, he looks ready to make an impact offensively. So far, so good.
Noah with a screen for Drummond. The 3 from George. The Mavericks pull it in. It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long Clark as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean,
right.
You rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
They set the screen. Clock at 6. Here's Carter Williams. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
And with Powell, that 46-point game, he became the oldest player to get 45 points and 15 rebounds.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And a final point, guys, with Powell's career game. It's crazy to think that he did it while not being the first offensive option. I mean, he had been the go-to guy with his time in Memphis for so long.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. And Temple kicks to Livingston. The baseline J. There's the bucket. Good. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Outside Jackson. Nurkic setting the pick for Jackson. Here's Azania. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Here is Livingston. Caspi for 3. Rebounded by Jackson. To the left side wing. Here's Azania. Back to Jackson. Lewis, left side. Here's Azania. Again, the Trailblazers score.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Here is Livingston. Kicks it to Casper. And the shot falls short this time.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Pass to Lewis. Nailed from three-point land. And now a 5-point Trailblazer lead. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Livingston kicks to Nicholson. That's good.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
We've got 1:18 left from the first quarter of the game. Big change last year for the Mavs came when they traded for Rajon Rondo. It looked to be the missing piece for him, Clark, but boy, it just never seemed to come together.
You just don't know. Trades are always risky. You don't know how they're going to work out, and I give credit to ownership for talking to the players to see what they thought about the trade before they actually made the deal.
Portland with the ball. The Mavericks making the shot. Kazanya's shot is off. Mavericks trailed by 3. Stolen by Lewis. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Here's Cram. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they? And things just didn't really work out with Rondo here with the Mavs. Missed a lot of games and at times clashed with that coaching staff.
Here's Livingston, and he dunks it down.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
5 to shoot. Nobody near Nurkic. And that does it for the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us in this Thanksgiving presentation of the NBA. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
Mavericks trailed by 4. Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Paul George is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Carter Williams. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Hazonia in at the 2 spot. Follow the pass to Lowry. Gasol is screen on Carter Williams. The shot by Lowry, no good. Trailblazers leading by 4. Carter Williams kicks to George. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. 7 points here for George.
What a smart pass by Carter Williams right there.
Lowry kicks to Aflalo. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Screen by Nurkic. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. And stolen by Aflalo.
Well, that's not been a typical possession for them in this first half. You know, for the most part, they've been pretty smart with the ball.
All sorts of time. Comes up empty here. That puts him at 3 for 6. Lowry again. It's Carter Williams. Outside Lowry. Just 5 to shoot. And it's sent back by Drummond. And it goes out of bounds. And last touch by Carter Williams. Lowry against Carter Williams. Outside Lowry. Gasol is screen on Carter Williams. Lowry kicks to Gasol. And it's Aflalo penetrating. Gallinari wide open. Drills it from outside. Gallinari's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Really was a slow start for Gallinari last season. It took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
George dishes to Drummond. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gasol with the steal. A follow. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
Allen's checked in for Hezonja. Gallinari did get better and better over time. I mean, he improved. He started to get back to his former self near the end of the season.
Yeah, had that huge 47-point explosion towards the end of last season. And listen, he's still a young guy and hopefully can continue to build after his injury woes.
Here's Lowry. After the basket by Tony Allen. A follow outside. Gallinari passes to Aflalo. 5 on the clock. Lowry kicks to Aflalo. Off target from outside. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Passes to Allen. Back to Carter Williams. Gallinari with the steal. Outside Lowry. Lets the 3 fly. That's good from Gallinari, and the assist by Lowry. Gallinari's got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And another thing they've done right from the start is converting a lot of those second chance opportunities. Those can be hard to come by sometimes.
Now here is Lowry. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Outside Gasol. No good on the triple.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Drummond sets the screen for Carter Williams. Shot, high post. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made 1 of them. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Joakim Noah is checked in for the Trailblazers. And the Mavericks call time here. As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers, remember they beat Houston in that first round, that great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Very similar in this series. They would go on to drop the first 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries.
Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Noah. And now it's Allen. Running. He can go up. Oh, wow. That's a beautiful jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
5 to shoot. And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That's his first foul.
Yeah, man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Here's Gasol. Dallas again missing. Out to the wing. Here's Crabbe. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Dallas has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Lowry with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Lowry drives in. Good on the shot. Lowry's got his first 2 points.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Jackson dishes to Noah. Here's Crab. He kicks to Jackson. Puts one up from 19. Crab, good. Crab's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Jackson against Lowry. Feeds it to Aflalo. Back to Lowry. He dishes it to Gasol. Out to Gallinari. This one for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Outside Jackson. He feeds it to Lewis. But they'll get another chance. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Lewis sets the pick for Jackson. Now the dish to Lewis. Chance there to take the lead. Missing.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Dishes it to Casper. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Livingston. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Livingston's got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs. And so for Caspi last season, finally found some consistency on offense. He'd always had the skill set, but really couldn't connect the dots. It seemed like he did last year.
He did. I felt like the game at times earlier in his career was too fast for him. He really seemed to slow things down and worked on his shooting mechanics. Even though he was a really good shooter, he hadn't seen results at this level. Now you look at last year, 49% from the field, 40 from behind the arc.
Livingston, that's good. Here's Jackson. 1:33 left in the first half. Allen outside. From 10 feet out. That misses off the backboard.
You know, back to Caspi's improvement. He's been attacking the basket more lately, and he's got excellent body control. I think that's a big reason for his rise in shooting percentage.
Here's Withy, looking for his first basket still in this one. He got right to the cup using that screen. Now it's a 6-point Maverick lead.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Lewis passes to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. The feed to Crab. Here's the 3. And good on the basket. Book it. Crab's got 7.
And talking about Omri Caspi, he's still a young enough player to get a whole lot better. Now all the changes in teams and coaches doesn't help. But if he could ever stay in one city and in one scheme long enough, I think he could be very productive in this league.
And here are the Mavericks now. Trailblazers knocking down the tray.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Pass to Lewis from downtown. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, a bit over eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. The Mavericks on top, leading by 3. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters.
It's been tough for them to try to slow down Gasol. He has 8 points and 2 steals as well.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Pau Gasol with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
They've got Caspi. Livingston is out there with Garrett Temple. Then there's Andrew Nicholson. And it's Withy in the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. To the wing on the left. That's in, and the Dallas lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Drummond. Drummond's got the first bucket of the third here for the Trailblazers. Here is Livingston. The pass to Caspi. Kicks it to Livingston. Out to the right wing. Goes up from the top of the key. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Livingston's got 10. Now here's Carter Williams. Guarded closely. Pass to George. Back to Carter Williams. Drummond with it. Working on Nicholson. And they're able to recover. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Here is Livingston. 10 points for him. Passes it to Caspi. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Withy. The shot is off. Good D by Drummond. Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against New York. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. Mavericks last season, Clark, were very tough down the stretch in games. Had a lot of players that shined all the time during crunch time.
Well, when you've got guys like Dirk and Monte that can create their own shot, it gives you a chance to win close games. It's a big reason they were 6-0 in overtime games, in my opinion.
And the Mavericks call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up. And the Mavs won close ones, as you said, but they knew how to close games out in general. 36-2 last year when winning going into the fourth quarter.
Drummond the screen. Here's Azania. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in. Well, I tell you, that's what veteran teams do. I mean, they close out games. They know how to finish. The Mavs have the leadership and presence to not let any lead slip away by being inattentive to details.
Now here's Pachulia. Back to Lowry. Beyond the arc. And that one's good. Lowry's got 8 points.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Outside, George. Pass to Azania. Back to George. And it's Carter Williams in the corner. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Mavericks leading by 4. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. They set the pick. And Gallinari kicks to Gasol. Offensive rebound. Paul George with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Everyone understands the importance of Paul George to the ball club. That's why taking his offensive game to the next level would be so beneficial.
Yeah, he has all the physical tools, the instincts, and obviously he has made those strides. But if he wants to become a top 5 guy, he's still got a little bit of work to do in terms of his game.
Lowry dishes to Gasol. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Here's Azania. He's got 7. Portland again missing.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, are you kidding me?
Now here's Aflalo. He's got 5. He kicks to Pachulia. Shot clock at 3. Here's Azania. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. The difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. Drummond with a screen on Lowry. Back to Carter Williams. Drummond the screen. George passes to Drummond. To tie. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Gasol. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Carter Williams again. Lowry. Outside Gasol. And it's Aflalo penetrating. Power down with both hands.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Noah with the screen on Lowry. And it's George finishing it off.
How about that screen by Noah?
The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Right side Lowry. Over in the corner, Gasol. Feeds to Pachulia. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. And the shot is good.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
In the corner, George with it. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. 13 points here for George. Mavs made the playoffs again last season. 14th playoff berth for them in the last 15 years, and only the San Antonio Spurs have made more, Greg, over that time frame.
Yeah, and they had a tough first-round opponent in the number 2 seed, Houston. A good old Texas tussle between the 2 and the 7 seeds.
Livingston. And another basket for Dallas. Trailblazers trailed by 4. So timeout call here, the first for Portland. When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Noah. Crabbe comes in for George. And Allen subbed in for Hezonja. And Drummond kicks to Nurkic. Stolen by Withy. Here's Temple, defended by Allen. Temple dishes to Nicholson. And it's Dallas with another.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
A minute 50 left to play in the third. They get a hand on it. Tries to keep it alive. Drummond passes to Jackson. 2 on the clock. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut back down to 4 points with the basket from Drummond.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph. So he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
Here is Livingston. 14 points for him. Caspi for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists in the game. Jackson kicks to Allen. He dishes it to Drummond. He feeds it to Crabbe. Screen by Nurkic. Grab the pass to Allen. Kicks to Crabbe. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Here is Livingston. The dish now to Temple. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Outside Jackson. And we've reached the end of the third. Mavericks lead by 7. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And the final period of play just about to start. Trailblazers trailed by 7. On the floor for Portland. They've got Drummond. Crabbe is out there with Nurkic. And there's Jackson. And it's Allen in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Allen. Shot clock at 6. Crab, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here is Livingston, defended by Allen. Livingston kicks to Caspi. Unloads from 13. And the shot is long. And for Portland, their shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Jackson kicks to Nurkic. To the middle. Here's Drummond.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
Livingston dishes to Nicholson. Here is Livingston, guarded by Jackson. Temple can't get it to go.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Grab the pass to Jackson. Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Allen for 3. No luck. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Crab. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And Temple kicks to Livingston. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
To the left wing. Crab. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Last season, Portland won the Northwest Division and had a good year, certainly. But they had some issues when they were the away team on the road and away from the Rose Garden. They had some problems.
Yeah, actually played under 500 on the road, Kevin. Something you rarely see out of a team that wins 51 games.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Portland. Carter Williams comes in for Jackson.
And as you said with the Blazers, they were the only team to win 50 games and still lose more than they won on the road. Last team to do that was the 2013 Denver Nuggets.
Here is Livingston. Offline from the top of the key. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Allen leading the charge. Out to the wing. Grab dishes to Drummond. Allen outside. A shot by Carter Williams. Nobody around. Portland again missing.
And we saw a similar first-round exit for the Blazers in that 2013 Nuggets team. If the Blazers want to go deeper this season, they'll need to be much tougher on the road.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Mavericks leading by 3. Here is Livingston. Carter Williams covering. Livingston passes to Withy. It's stolen by Allen. And now Portland on the break. Throws it up high. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Jumps up. Here's Caspi. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Pachulia, he's checked in for Jeff Withy. Saul comes in for Andrew Nicholson. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Garrett Temple. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Sean Livingston. Now, here's George. Clock at 6. And And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Gallinari's checked in. Now a timeout called by Portland.
And for the past few seasons, Portland's bench has really been their Achilles heel. I mean, last year they showed some improvement. The reserves play stole the game for them on more than one occasion, but still wouldn't be considered a strength.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Terry Stotts gave to his team during that last break. As this game enters winning time, and it really could go either way, he wanted the chance to check in, make sure they're all on the same page, and sticking to the game plan to close it out. Kevin?
And for Portland, the bench still wasn't leaned on heavily for minutes. Greg was just talking about that, but they were in the top 5, Clark, in scoring efficiency, and they shot 45% from the floor on the year.
And what was a weakness for them in 14 was a strength for them in 15. And actually, they were their best down the stretch of last season.
Portland with the ball. Aaron Aflalo missing his last shot. And George, here we go. It's tipped. Outside Lowry. Gasol on the high post. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got his 5th assist in this one. Trailblazers